Are you ready to relive the past? Well, step right up. We have Atari, PlayStation, Nintendo, Sega. Get ready for a wild ride. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. That table can only mean one thing. We're going to be playing some Atari 2600. Let's get the controller down here. Got the Atari 2600. And it's been quite a long time since we played a space game. And the last space game that we played, I believe, was Space Cavern, all the way back in last September. So let's play some Space Shuttle, an Activision game. This is a Blue Label cartridge. We got Space Shuttle, A Journey into Space, for use with the Atari video game system right there. And this is program content audiovisual display label Activision 1983, and has that little serial code right there, and got the half-ass end label right here where you can't even read it, but it says Space Shuttle, A Journey into Space. And that's what the cartridge looks like right there. It's kind of basic. It doesn't really have any label art whatsoever. This is probably like a reprint. So if we can zoom in right here, just look at those fancy white text. Space Shuttle. And you go down here, look at this. There's nothing really fancy about this cartridge at all. It's an Activision game. So much like all Activision games, there is probably a certain score that you can achieve to win a patch, an Activision patch. Well, as it turns out, apparently not only can you win one patch, but you can win two patches, which makes the game even more exciting. And yeah, that's the beautiful Blue Label Space Shuttle, along with the nice Atari 2600 controller right there. And you can see in the background, right over there, we have the Atari 2600 Junior. And it's right over here. You can see right there, that's the Atari 2600 Junior. In fact, what we're going to do, that's we're going to pop this game right in. You got the Dungeon Master's poster right there. Look at all the games we have here. In fact, let's take a look at all the Atari games I have right here. Check that out. It's like two shelves. So we're going to pop this right in here. And you always have to plug the label in facing the other way right there. And get ready to play Space Shuttle, A Journey into Space. With a little trademark right there. Forgot about that. Here we go. Alright, here we are playing Space Shuttle. We actually have the real NASA branding right there on the bottom. Ain't that interesting? That's pretty cool. So Space Shuttle is an official NASA game made by Activision. You can see the Activision logo right there on the bottom. Every time you see the Activision logo on any Atari 2600 game, that is something to get really, really excited for. So, let's play some Space Shuttle. We're going to get NASA certified right here. Again, I've never played this before, so I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Okay, did I hit the wrong button? Those are the clouds right there. I guess this is the countdown. Maybe we're flying up into the sky. Let's... Holy crap, this is cool. Look at this. Oh yeah, look at the altitude right there. We're going up. This is incredible. This is like literally like a space shuttle simulation on the Atari 2600. We're going up into space right now. This is insane. You can see you're looking through the windows right here. We're getting into the Earth's orbit right here. That's correct. We're actually above the Earth right now. Going up into the stars. Check that out. That is incredible. I never even knew this even existed. And of course, you have the real sound effects of the Atari 2600.
I'm not sure how they're measuring that number down there, but the altitude is going up quite high. We're already in the 80s. So this is literally like an actual real space shuttle simulator for the 2600. And now we're definitely in space. I mean, check this out. I have no idea what that is right there. You can see the bar right there is fluctuating. I don't have a... Oh wow, look at that. That's definitely Earth right there. And then we have like a little satellite. Check that out. That is incredible. So right now we're out... This is cool. I'm not sure how much of a game this is versus it being a simulator, but considering that this is on the 2600, this is actually pretty cool. I honestly never knew it even existed. So basically what we did there is we flew a space shuttle, probably from around the Florida area. Usually that's where they fly up from, Florida. And we flew the space shuttle all the way up into the orbit of the Earth. And now we're above the Earth. You can see down right there on the bottom of the window right there. That's Earth right there. You can see the satellite dish orbiting Earth. How much detail can they actually add into this game? This is incredible. I'm actually... Even though I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now, of course. I don't know if you can do anything else, but... This actually, for me, is quite impressive that they were actually able to pull this off on 2600. So from there, you're pretty much living the life of an astronaut. Right now, you're an astronaut, so you have to get your moon pies and your space ice cream, whatever the hell, whatever you have, and just snack on that for now and wait till the game. Wait till you go back into Earth's orbit and fall back down into wherever. Let's see where we're going here. The altitude has remained the same since we went up here. It looks like the Earth is getting darker. Wow. So there's like a night and day transition here. You can see it happening in real time. That is crazy. Man. Whoever programmed this game, forgive me, I don't know exactly who programmed the games. I didn't look it up, but I'm going to write down in the comment down, or I'm going to write in the description below who programmed the game. Whoever programmed the game, man, genius. Did a pretty cool job at making this game. I mean, you would figure this is something that you see on a personal computer back then, rather than a gaming console, but it looks like we're getting some daylight here. So right now I'm pushing some buttons. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and that was actually my phone that made that noise. I wonder if this game can do black and white mode. Let's find out. There is no black and white mode. So I'm not exactly sure what happens after we're in space, but you can see the actual stars right there. I mean, even though the game is simplistic and we're floating around space, there's not really much to do at this point. I don't think there probably is something you can do. I don't have the manual, so I don't know for sure. I find this to be, once again, very, very, very impressive. I think this came out like 1982 or 3 or something like that. So, considering that this simulator existed back then on a very primitive gaming console, that's actually quite impressive. I must give kudos to the Atari 2600, because you can fly into space, like literally, like the real thing, like a space shuttle, fly up into space. with the 2600. And there we go with that phone again. I'm gonna smash my phone. I'm gonna throw my phone outside the space shuttle and let it float off into space somewhere else. All right. So I wonder if there's any other gaming modes. Let's check it out. Oh, look at this. So you can actually use your Atari 2600 as like a little, I guess, a dashboard on the actual space shuttle, so you can actually see. Like that's the altitude right now. That's your fuel. So it looks like we have plenty of fuel. I don't know exactly how to use fuel at the moment, but let's see what else we got here. That's your meters. So I'm assuming that's how many meters that we have traveled so far. And we're hitting almost close to... I wonder if this game uses 2 joysticks. I just have a feeling that something like that would be possible. It's considering that you can actually push buttons on the actual console and get different readings. Let's check it out. Let's see if I can plug the joystick into the other port right here. And hopefully it doesn't mess the game up. Oh, okay. So I guess I had the joystick plugged into the wrong port the whole time. So check that out. Now we're actually able to fly. I had it plugged into the right port instead of the left port. That was a dumb mistake on my part. So now we can actually see that we can actually fly around and do different things here. So this makes the game a little bit more interesting. I wonder if we can actually fly up there toward that satellite is right there. Let's see if we can do that. So it appears that you can't really fly up and down too much. Let's go to where the fuel is. So you can switch the y-axis and the x-axis. It's a little confusing. So we'll see if we can make it over here. At the y-axis. So you have to hit like up and down to switch between the y and the x-axis. Actually, no, you hit up to get the x-axis and left to get the right axis. It's kind of confusing. And there's a z-axis, okay. That's a completely different one right there. So that's y-axis, and the x-axis doesn't want to go anywhere. Oh, I get it. So you can actually... The Z-axis, you can somewhat turn it down, I guess. Maybe my joystick's a little wonky. Let's find out if we can switch some switches in the back, see what happens. Alright, switched it from A to B. I don't know what that does, but let's see what occurs here. So now I'm a little bit more intrigued, because you can do more than just float around space. You can actually fly the actual spaceship. I can actually, if I was a little bit older, and I actually had the 2600 back in its prime, I could probably see myself playing something like this. It's, simulators, things like that. It actually catches my imagination. I actually enjoy stuff like that. Something like this, actually, even though it may look boring, for me, it's actually intriguing. I can actually see myself playing this. Like, back then, this would probably be considered really groundbreaking, nice-looking graphics. Of course, if you have a manual, you can definitely try to figure out exactly what you're supposed to do. It's just one of those things where, you may need a manual in order to know for sure what's going on. There's always different little tricks and crazy things you have to do with the Atari to play certain games. Like I had the controller plugged into the wrong port the whole time. That would be my fault. But, besides that, there's probably different button combinations. See, there is a Y, X, and Z axis. And the Z axis is very hard to control. What the hell is that? Seriously, what the hell is that? Okay, so now something's happening here. I don't know what, but... Okay, so the x-axis is going crazy and the altitude is going down. Did I, run out of fuel or something? Oh, no. A crash landing. Oh, no. What the hell's going on? I think we're going back to Earth. And if you can read whatever that dash is right there on the bottom right there, it could probably tell you exactly what's going on, but I have no idea what the hell is going on, and we are falling down back into Earth. That's the only thing I know. I'm glad that I kept the game on this long to see what happens here. We are free falling. And whoa, what the hell is that? Got a bunch of red flashing going on here. Oh my god. If you're epileptic, don't look at that. Oh man. Woo. If you're not epileptic, you might be after this. Whoa, what's going on here? Alright. We are definitely... I think we're falling back down to Earth. Yeah, the altitude is going down quite a bit. Holy crap, look at that. Is there like a parachute? If there is, I hope I figure it out before I fall straight down. There's gotta be a parachute. Alright, so we're almost at 60 altitude. We're below 60 altitude now. Not good. Not good at all. We're falling straight down to the depths of Earth. And hopefully we don't land in the middle of the Pacific or someplace where, no one gives a shit about whoever falls in that area. Because you can't find them. Oh! We landed on looks like a desert. Oh, here we go. You see that? There's like a landing pad. Alright, looks like we're doing something good here. Wow! This is incredible! Let's see if we can land it. I can't believe how detailed this is. No way. Wow! I landed the space shuttle. What an exciting, cool game on the 2600. You can actually land this aircraft on like a Top Gun on the NES. This game is very, very much playable. I don't know every single thing about the game, of course, but I actually managed to play it without the manual. And I'm very, very, very impressed by this game. I think this game is actually pretty awesome. What a great space simulator. I thought I was going to get in and play like an arcade-style space game. I never played this game before. But consider this a fact. When I put this game in, within probably like 2 minutes, my mind was freaking blown at the fact that I was playing an actual real space shuttle simulator on the Atari 2600, and it was quite detailed, and it was so detailed that you can actually land the actual space shuttle straight down to the ground after being in Earth, or orbiting Earth, that is. I mean, holy crap, this is awesome. So yeah, I could definitely picture myself playing this back in the day if I was old enough to have the ability to go back in time and play the 2600 back when it was in its prime. I would definitely pick this game up. This game is a nice, quick space simulator. I love it. I think it's pretty cool. And whoever programmed this game, which I will mention down below, kudos to that person. Did a really cool job. I never thought something this detailed would be possible in the 2600, but man, was I wrong. If you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, and if you enjoyed venturing off into space with me for, let's see, how long has it been? It's been about a good 20 minutes here. We ventured off into space. And there goes my cell phone again. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the little trip that we took into space, and we landed straight back down to Earth in some desert, don't forget to give a thumbs up and comment down below. What an awesome Atari 2600 game. Can't say it enough. It's really, really cool.